We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Las Vegas Raiders. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damien Harris. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Damien Harris with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
A good running there by Jacobs on first down as he's able to take this forward for a gain of 6.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. To throw his Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On their own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And that will force a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing, Jones. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. From the 16, Jones. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Stevenson. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Now Jones. He will find his tight end Smith for a Patriot touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots have taken a 13-0 first-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Carr. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Graham. Touchdown Raiders. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us wanted to see this one get out of hand too early. Here we are in the first quarter. That was an important response for them to score already down 21.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 98 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. On 1st and 10, Jones. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Stevenson.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
Looking to throw on second down. Jones. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Rohrwasser's kick is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Carr toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn: find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Looking to throw. Carr throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Graham. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 18.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness is a premium for all of that now.
40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. On first down, Jones. And the Raiders have got him. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Carr. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Now that was an inspirational scramble for a first down, all the while absorbing a big-time hit. Well, we know the guys in the huddle appreciate what he's doing. But how about the guys in the press box, the luxury boxes, the guy who signs his checks, and especially the main guy with the headset on the sideline? I'm not so sure they like that so much.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. This is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry. His second touchdown on the season. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Rohrwasser on for the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. To throw again on second down. Carr. He finds his man. Complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in this.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up fourth. Here's A.J. Colnell, standing just outside his own goal line. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
144 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run. Here's Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Jones. Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Jalen Guyton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. Nwangu now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Back to throw. Carr. Toward the sideline. He will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
On first down, it's Jacobs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as good running gets them to about the 44. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Now how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
From midfield, here's Carr. And that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And this defense will take over right at midfield. On first down, it's Harris. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
On third down, here's Harris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 158 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. They'll run on first down. It's Harris. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now a second down and 6. They hand this off to Harris. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the safety, Trayvon Merrick, up to make the play defensively.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Jones now to throw on 3rd down. He gets it complete to Harris. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Rohrwasser's kick is good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Patriots are going to have it here at their own 15. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. On 2nd down, it's Harris. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Jones off the play fake. And this one complete to Smith.
Well, Barton, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee. The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down.